This video is to allow you to correct your homework for section 5.2.5. Problems are 571 through 575. Marcus and his brother always argue about who will walk the dog. Their father wants to find a random way of deciding who will do the job. He invented a game to help them decide. Each boy will have a bag with 3 colored blocks in it. One is yellow, one green, one white. Each night before dinner, each boy draws a block out of his bag. If the colors match, Marcus walks the dog. If the 2 colors do not match, his brother walks the dog. Marcus's father wants to be sure that the game is fair. So the first thing they want you to do is make a probability tree of all the possible outcomes of the draws that Marcus and his brother could make. So when you're making a probability tree, you're going to start here at the beginning, and then you're going to look at how many options there are for, in this case, the first draw. So when you pull a block out of a bag, it could be yellow, green, or white, based on what they're telling us here. If they pull then the second block out of the bag, that could also be yellow, green, or white, but that means it could be yellow for the first draw, yellow for the second, which would look like that. Yellow for the first draw, green for the second, yellow, then white. And then you have to list those same possibilities if the first draw was green. Green with yellow, green with green, green with white, white yellow, white green, white white. So this would be the way to make your tree diagram. How many possibilities are there? That's coming from this last set. In other words, how many are in the list? And that is a total of 9. Then what's the probability that boys will draw matching blocks? Well, yellow, yellow would be a match. So would green, green. So would white, white. So that's 3 possibilities out of 9, which would simplify to 1/3. And then is that game fair? No, because the chance of them getting a match, which means that Marcus walks the dog, is only going to be 1/3. The chance that they do not have a match, in which case the brother walks the dog, would be 2/3. So not fair. Here, for Shelley's birthday, she got 2 new shirts. One is plaid, one striped. 3 pairs of shorts, tan, yellow, green. 2 pairs of shoes, sandals, and tennis shoes. On Monday, she wants to wear a completely new outfit. How many possible outfit choices does she have? And they want a diagram. Now, I went with the tree diagram again. Probably could have gone another way as well. But the choices she had for the shirt were plaid or striped. If she wears the plaid shirt, she could wear the tan shorts, the yellow shorts, or the green shorts. And coming off of each of those, branching off of each of those, would be sandals and tennis shoes. So she could wear a plaid shirt with tan shorts with sandals, plaid with tan with tennis shoes, plaid shirt with yellow shorts with sandals, plaid with yellow with tennis shoes, plaid with green with sandals, plaid with green with tennis shoes, and then these options again with the striped shirt. So how many different possible outcomes are there? We're looking for, plaid tan sandals is 1, plaid tan tennis shoes is a 2nd, plaid yellow sandals is a 3rd, plaid yellow tennis shoes is a 4th, and so on. So we see that there are 12 possible outfits. When you have 3 different choices like that, one of the ways that you can create a diagram is a tree diagram. You really can't make a chart or a table because there's 3 possibilities. For this next one, the federal government in 2009, it said, had a budget of 3.1 trillion, which they wrote this way. If it decided to cut 1%, how much money did it cut? So you'd be taking 1%, which as a decimal is 0.01, times that number of 3.1 trillion. Now you may find when you try to put that in with all the zeros that your calculator can't take that many, or maybe it'll change it to scientific notation. That's fine. But the other thing you could do is remembering when you're multiplying by 0.01, it's the same as simply moving your decimal point over 2 places to the left. So this would work as an answer. And then if they reduced it by 7%, how much money did it cut? So if this is 1%, we can multiply that by 7 to get 7%. And if the government eliminated $93 billion from the budget, what percentage did it cut? So we want to know this amount divided by this amount. Again, your calculator may not be able to hold that many zeros, or it may change its sign of notation. But another way you could approach it is if you're dividing this by this, you can eliminate the same number of zeros from both. So in other words, you could take away 9 zeros here, 9 zeros here, and end up with 93 divided by 3,100, changing that to a percent. So that ends up being 0.03, which is 3%. Here they just want you to evaluate, which means find the answers for these. And remember, when you have parentheses next to parentheses, no operation between it means multiply. And then here they want the expressions for the perimeter and area. Area, remember, is simply made up of what are the blocks that make up the shape, which would be x squared plus 2x plus 1. And for perimeter, we have a length of x here, one here, 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 and then, and I'm going to pick a different color here, this plus this creates a block of x. Remember, if you push these in, it would create an x tile. So we have those all as x tiles, which means the only unit tiles are right here. So our area then would be, or pardon me, our perimeter then would be 6x plus 2.